Good morning again. This wasn't the plan for today, but here we are. Let's do it now. Before I get started, I am very, very excited today because we got a new trailer. There's a camera down there. We got a new trailer. I am very excited for this. Now, I know I said AMS2, but I'm just going to quickly show this trailer. Let me crank up the volume. We need volume for this. Bear with me. I'm pumped.
Tell me, what do your kin do with their dead?
Paradise Lost.
Drifting through loss, we escape from the cost of the pain.
So many dead. We owe them.
The healing through years so obscured by the tears and the strain.
I've heard rumors that the Immaculates can free a man.
There's one-way street you're on. It's gonna get you killed.
We failed him.
May you find peace in this life or the next.
Fuck yeah. I cannot wait. I've pre-ordered to get that 72 hours early access. Fuck yeah. I cannot wait. I am very, very excited. Now, back to today's stream. What's it called? Not PMR. What's this thing called? AMS2. All right, let's have another crack. So I played it the other day. I was very happy with what I was playing. Now, what I'm going to do is just try out a few different cars. Just in preparation for if I do decide to do some live streamy type community races. I'm going to try out a few cars that are going to be, and I'm just going to stick to the base game. I'm not buying DLC for it. I thought about it. I almost bought some DLC. Then I thought, nah, I'll stick to the base game. So if people do want to try this game out and have a bit of a crack at it, I'm going to stick to base game. So then you don't have to buy extra tracks and extra cars. So yeah, I really want to buy the Viper, and I may buy it. But yeah, let's go through some cars that are in the game for starters. Now, I know these things were really, they're a GT4. Let's have a quick crack at this car. Now, let's go to... I'm going to go to one of my favorite tracks. This track is really cool. So I'm just going to do some single player for now. I just want to sort of have a bit of a play around. See what we can do. So we can put in fuel stops. I want to try and keep it pretty simple for starters. I don't want it to be aggression level. I think, you know, if you're going to be racing with me, don't expect it to be 100%. Okay, I'm sort of around about that. You know, I think if we're racing against if we're going to put AI into a lobby, maybe 85%. We'll sort of see how we go there. Their aggression, I might turn that down to medium. So then we can battle. So if we get people in an online lobby, at least we can battle ourselves. And the AI there just to, fill in some places. So if we do get stuck in the back of the pack. So let's have a crack at these cars first. I want to stick to mainly what is in the game without buying any extra content. Because I know that can be frustrating. If people just want to try the game and they just want to buy the base game, as soon as you start adding in other cars, other tracks, then people have to start forking out money. All right, let's... where's my accelerator? Oh, 1 second here. Okay, yeah, pro race driver here. Wow. Really slow. Anyway, let's have another go. I haven't played this for, it's been a long time. I think 2022 was about the last time I played it properly. So I just revisited it the other day on stream. I only tried a couple of cars, so today I'm going to try out a few different cars. I just want to check AI levels. So if we do run some races, find some good car track combos that we can race against. Now, I love this track. This track is fantastic. Once the front rears really nice up. And these cars are pretty slow. They're a good sort of way to get to know the game, get to feel the game with these slow cars. I'm going to jump straight into the middle supercars instantly. The slower cars are always a good way to learn tracks. This track looks really nice. Let's see what the AI is like at 75 or 85 or 95. feedback that you'll feel it. You'll feel the car going. You'll be able to catch it. It's not terrible. Feedback is what everyone thinks of these cars. So it's going to be just a bit of a test. Slow cars. Let's try something else. Let's go back out. Yeah, they might be good just to ease people into the game, to give them a feel of the physics. They were sliding all over the place. Let's try the GT4 and see if that's better. I know one of these felt really nice to drive. We'll stick at the same track. Let's give this one a crack. Yeah, raining here again today, so I can't head out. I had plans to get out today. It's raining, so I'm playing video games. I need to learn how to launch this game. This is oh shit, why are they all breaking there? Okay, I wasn't ready for that. Let's restart. I wasn't ready for them to break at that spot. One more. Maybe we've got too many of them on track. That would be nice too. I wonder if we exit back out. I don't want to be starting at the back of the pack with that many AI. Let me have a quick look and see if we can adjust some things. Opponent type, max available, custom. Then numbers. Where's the actual? I thought it was in here. Let's go 20. It would be nice to start mid-pack, not at the back of the pack. Anyway, let's give this a try. I jumped the line. Let's go again. slow. They break the corners. All right, let me crank them up. They're a bit too slow at 7. Oh, what did I have them at? I do want them to be slow, but I also want them to give us a little bit of a challenge. That was 85. Okay. I'm just trying to find a good mix for this track. Let's try at 95. So I'm just kind of trying to find my skill level, which is not skillful. It's a level. But yeah, every car track combo is going to be probably all over the place. It is. Let me bring that down. All right, that should be a bit better. All right, how's that audio sound? So I'm just trying to find a sweet spot with the AI at the moment. So if we do some online races, a bit of an old man league. Jeez, this thing locks up easy. I might have to do a bit of adjusting of the brakes. Yeah, this car feels much better than the first one that I drove. So AI at 95 is still a bit slow with these cars and track. Oh, what have I done? Go back there. Alright, hopefully the audio levels are better now. Now you should be able to hear me talking shit. So yeah, today's just about testing. I just want to test out some car track combos, because I am going to set up some online races, and I just want to fill my online races with a couple of AI, just so we're not running around on empty tracks. I've got this AI set to 95 and they're very slow. These cars feel nice though. These cars are much better than the first one, the Cup car. I can actually feel what this car's doing. The first one was just sliding all over the place. Sorry. All right. See, look at that. I've got my brake half pressed. There's all the way down. I'm half pressing that brake and it's locking up. Let me just quickly have a bit of a play with the setup. I haven't done any setups on these cars at all. So today is just, yeah, today's some testing. I haven't touched force feedback. I haven't touched setups. I might just readjust my pedals a little bit. Make them less sensitive, because in that car, they felt very sensitive. Let's go to controls. Configuration. Yeah, see, these are all default. I don't like all these dead zones. Let's get rid of all these dead zones. Steering sensitivity, throttle sensitivity. Let me turn it down a bit. Braking sensitivity, we'll turn that down a bit. Yeah, my brakes felt too sensitive. I was literally half pressing my brake and it was locking up. It could be a bit of a car setup too as well. I don't want to change my feedback settings. Enable analog inputs on menu. Let me just have a bit of a play in here. Steering dead zone. Speed sensitivity. Speed sensitivity allows you to adjust how sensitive your vehicle is in response to your controller steering input. Why is that at 0? Is that the default? Look, I'm going to reset all these to default. Let's have a look. Yeah, they were on default. Brake sensitivity. Let's turn that down for starters. Throttle sensitivity. Turn that down as well. I'm running a G29, so it's not the most sensitive thing in the world. Speed sensitivity. A higher value will make your vehicle less sensitive with the wheels turning less at higher speeds. Using a lower value will make the car more twitchy and sensitive to input at high speed. Okay. I reckon I need to turn that up. Let's just turn it up a little bit. The default was at 0. What about at lower speed? I'd like some more turn in at lower speed. Let's go up to 20 and just give that a try. All right, that looks pretty good. Now, let me just have a quick look. Have I mapped any of these? Motion. Vehicle. Ignition. Request pit stop. No, let's not worry about them now. Onboard traction control is going to be that one. And that one. ABS is that. No, it's not. Cancel. Increase ABS is that one. Decrease is that. Steering assist. Stability control, traction control. Let's do ABS can be there. Ah, doesn't let me. Change view. All right, I've done all that. Oh, we got the seat as well. No. Car management. Okay, that's all over there. All right, let's save that and see how it goes. All right, I've just changed my feedback a little bit. Let's go back to that same track, same car. See if my braking feels any better. So I've just turned down the sensitivity. Yeah, brakes were just, I was touching them and they were locking up. So yeah, this thing has no ABS, has no traction control. So it did feel very sensitive. Car felt all right though. Now let's have a quick look at the setup as well. Feedback was fine. I'm just going to change them to slick. I remember project cars had a thing where if you left it on automatic, sometimes it would put wets on. It did sort of weird things. Alright, I'm only doing 5 laps. Let's just turn that down a bit. This track could do with a bit of downforce. Anti-roll, I'll leave that. No, I don't want to save it. I don't want to save it. Let's try it first before I save it. Can't believe how they just bogged down at the start. But yeah, 95% already seems better with the AI at 95. They're not completely slow off the start. Like I said, I don't want them dominating our online. Oh, okay. Oh, wow, the sensitivity. Okay. Yeah, I think I've gone a bit too far on the sensitivity. Let's exit that. I turned my sensitivity on the brakes right down and I went to touch it and nothing happened. All right, let's just crank that back up again. Where is it? Controls. Configuration. Throttle sensitivity. The throttle I'm okay with. That brake sensitivity, that needs to go back up. Let's try it about 35. All right. G'day, Jamie, and how are you? New car's gone. I haven't checked yet. I should check. I'm just sort of playing around with settings at the moment, just trying to get... I was locking up. The cars that don't have ABS, I was locking up very easily. So I've just turned my sensitivity down on the brake. I turned it down way too much to start with, but I'll have a look. I'll have a look after this little practice session. I'll see what cars we've still got. Yeah, today's all about just getting a feel for the game again, and getting everything set up. I just want to get everything feeling nice. Still tinkering with force feedback. But yeah, those brakes now, I don't know. They feel better. They're definitely not locking up as easy. God, listen to that G29 rattle. Don't you love it? Yeah, so still locked up a little bit there. Okay, now they're a bit too light still. So you can see my pedal inputs down the bottom right corner underneath the tacho. So I've just softened my brakes down. So I have to really press them to lock up. But they're still locking up a bit too easy for my liking. See, like there, I was half brake. I was only half pressing my brake and it locked up. That doesn't feel right to me. I've got another idea. Let's go to... I've got another idea. I'll do the PMR thing where I actually turn down the brake sensitivity in the car setup. Yeah, I was literally half pressing my brake and they were locking up. That's not right. Let me go back here. Don't mind me with all my stuffing around today. Today is very much just a bit of a play around. I'm going to put the brake sensitivity back to 50. 50 is where it should be. But I'm going to do... Now, let's have a quick look. Let's see if those cars are there. So what were they? They were the GT1s. Yeah, they're still there. Yeah, they're still there. So that's good. But yeah, I did see there's a Viper in here. I've been tempted to buy the Viper, but I said in my intro, which no one would have heard because I had the game too loud. I want to keep this game as just the base game. So if I do online races, everyone's going to be able to access them. As soon as I start buying cars and start buying tracks, you sort of, yeah, you might get rid of a few people that don't have that pack or that car. But I'm just trying to find some good car track combos. Now, I've got, on this track, I've got the AI to 95 and it seems okay. Now, can I change my starting position? Middle, there we go. Now, I'm going to actually change my car setup this time. Interesting, yes, it is interesting because I thought they were paid DLC, those cars, so maybe they have thrown them in for free. But yeah, I did see, when you were doing your stream, I saw the Viper in there with the GT1s. I'm tempted to buy, if I could just buy the Viper on its own for $2, I would, because I'm a tight ass. Now, let's have a look in here. Where is my brake? Here we go. Brake pressure's at 90% already. I don't want to go any lower. Let's go down to 85. Let's take some fuel out of it. I will save this setup. I think that's saved. I'm not sure how all this works yet. All right, let's try that. Omega 3000 car is fun. All right, I'll give that a try as well. So yeah, I'm just trying to find some car track combos that will be good fun racing. Trying to find an AI level that's going to be not too challenging there just to sort of make up some spots. Like, if we have to battle for the AI, that's what I don't want. I want us battling, not battling with the AI. The AI are there just to fill in some spots. Okay, yeah, let me just get a feel for these brakes for a second. Oh, that feels better. Just that 5%. They're still cold, but yeah, let me... I love this track. This is a good track. Yeah, see, this track in these cars, the AI is pretty slow at 95%. I don't think we'll struggle against them. G'day Titan, how are ya? I'll read that in a second. Try moving brake bias back a bit. Yeah, I think that might help as well. So that's what today is. Today's a bit of tinkering and trying a few different things. But yeah, I do generally like to have my brake balance closer to 50-50 than all on the front. I find that when you put your brakes on the front, you get no turn in. Your car will just lock up and you can't turn. So I normally do like my brake bias around a 50-50. But how are you, Titan? How's PMR going? I am keen to get back on PMR. I'm just waiting for Scooter to get back. I want to race some people. I want to race some real people. But in the meantime, I'm trying to talk Razer into releasing this on console. Honestly, this is just... This is a console game. You know, once they get a career mode in here, I know, you know, console players, I would say 90% of console players will want a career mode. The majority of console players are single player type people. So yeah, the AI at 95 could be good. I'll have to get Jamie in. We'll try a joint stream. Alright, who's going to back off first? I'm not. Oh, either did he. Yeah, no. Alright, so 85's good. If I can overtake them on the first lap at 85, I think that could be a good spot to be. PMR is getting better. New test track coming soon. Oh, good. That's what, yeah, I'm looking forward to some new content in PMR. Yeah, I need new I want new tracks. I am very much a goldfish. I'm attracted to shiny things. G'day, Jester. Is everyone on the bandwagons lately? Yeah, look, just because of the update, I think that's all it is. It's been updated. So I've had this game since it launched. And again, I played it when it launched. I got bored of it. So it's been about 4 years. So I'm just sort of revisiting now. And it's what is really sad is that this game looks better than the latest and greatest games. Like, this game's 6 years old. And it looks bloody good. But I love the car track selection. That is the main thing. Look, I don't know how long, you know, if you know me, I'll be on this game for about a week and then I'll move on to something else. And yeah, in my intro, I just played the Mortal Shell 2 is on its way. Cannot wait for Mortal Shell. Never stopped playing AMS2. Yeah, see, I did. I did stop playing. You PC guys certainly have choice. I'm not a PC guy. Trust me, I'm not a PC guy. I've got a new PC, so I'm, you know, just having a look at some of my old games. But trust me, I am not a PC guy. I am very far from it. I want this on console. I would, if this was on console, I would be getting it. Yeah, you know, like Mortal Shell 2 is on its way. I'm not getting Mortal Shell 2 on PC. I don't give a shit about 500,000 frames a second. I want it on console, so then it doesn't crash every time I try to do something. You're dabbling, you'll be an addict. No, I won't. Nah, trust me. I've had PCs in the past. The novelty wears off very quick with me. I crack the shits very easy with PCs. As soon as my driver shits itself, and it happened with Race Room. I went to play Race Room the other day. My pedal didn't work. My steering didn't work. Nothing was there. I uninstalled it. That's my attention span with PC. As soon as PC pisses me off, I uninstall and go back to my console. Now, what was Jamie saying? Let me have a look. The Omega 3000. What the hell is an Omega 3000? Let's go down to O. Is it under O? That's my experience, yeah. PC, I don't like PC gaming. I just don't. I don't enjoy PC gaming. I don't give a shit about running something at 500 frames a second. My eyes can't see the difference. I'm a console pleb that just wants to turn on a game and play. Even tonight, I had to set up audio. I had to do all this bullshit just to sort of get things running. That stock car looks sick. This has some really good... you would like this game. It has some really nice old cars. I can't see this Omega 3000 thing. All right, let me have another... What is this thing? 120 horsepower? No, I'm not doing it. What's that? I'm sure it's got a Cortina in here somewhere. Let me see if I can find another car, the Formula cars. I will try them out later. A lot of Formula cars in here. They're fantastic. We'll definitely be doing some racing in them. Type in, oh, there's a search. Type in, how do I type? With the keyboard. Oval. Club cars. Street cars. Let's have a quick look at street cars. Carts. By type. I can't type. I don't know how PCs work. How do I... Let me just go through. Let's have a look at GT and touring. Historic touring. Let's have a look at some historic touring cars. Hot cars. Is this the one? Is that the one you mean? All right. Does that mean we have to go to an oval track? I don't. What do I want to try it on Adelaide? Let's try it on Adelaide. This could be absolute carnage, but let's try it. I'm going to try and remember Adelaide for starters. I did try Adelaide not that long ago and just kept crashing. Yeah, these things do look alright. This has some good old cars. It's, you know, that was one thing I loved about Project Cars. Project Cars had some really good cars in it. PMR's getting there. PMR's getting some nice cars in it now. Okay, no practice, just straight in. Sounds alright. How are the audio levels? And yeah, Adelaide. It's nice to be back at Adelaide. Probably need to do some hot laps first. Oh, see, this feels good. Like, the steering actually feels heavy, as it should. That's one thing I like. And Gran Turismo used to do it pretty well. The older cars did have slightly heavier steering. I like when they change the force feedback per car and not just have the same force feedback in every car. The steering wheel's on the wrong side of the car, but we can live with that. Yeah, is this corner flat out? Oh, it used to be in the Formula Ones. Oh, we're dive bombing. This thing does feel nice to drive, though. Just got to remember the track. Yeah, good call, Jamie, and this does feel nice. Just need to practice a bit. This does feel good. That's why I can't cockpit all the time. The right hand, yeah. Look, I don't like the cockpit view simply for view. I can't see if I'm in a cockpit view. And I want to see the game. I don't want to see the interior of the car. I know, you know, as far as streaming goes, it probably looks better on a stream, seeing the inside of the car, but I hate seeing the steering wheel. I hate seeing someone else's hands in front of my hands. That's one thing I cannot stand. I hate seeing someone else's hands. I can see my own hands and wheel. I'm sure I can turn that off somewhere. But yeah, streaming-wise, like, I get it. But, you know, why streamers do it. This game does pretty good cockpit views. But no, I can't drive like that. I need to see the road. Wow, I need to practice in these things. But they feel alright. Wow, these are nice to drive. I do feel this. I have the wheel turned off. Yeah, I normally do have the wheel turned off. I'm sure there's a setting in here somewhere, and they're the sort of things I need to learn this track. Let's restart session. But yeah, I'd change views all the time, and you know, sometimes if I get in a car and it looks good, I'll stay in it. So yeah, it's very car dependent a lot of the times. Alright, let's try and remember the track. But yeah, we need this game on console, we really do. And it would look this good on a PS5. I'll guarantee that this game would run really good on PS5. This game would have run on the PS4. Sort of that era. But again, graphics last 10-15 minutes. You look at the graphics at the start of the game and then you sort of... I look more at the lighting and the being able to race from day to night. The wet lines, the dry lines. I should try some... Oh, the AI just took me out. Yeah, I remember Project Cars 2 had the best dry line. Oh, geez, this AI. Used to love the dry lines in Project Cars. I'm pretty sure this has got it as well. Alright, well the AI on 95 with these cars are a no-go. G'day Bile, how are ya? Does AMS2 have an endurance races like iRacing? It's, I don't think it has much online racing. It is very much custom lobbies. I don't believe they have any ranked races at all. But it's on sale, Bile. It's 28 bucks. It feels okay. It's probably not the most realistic sim you'll ever drive, but it's fun. It's fun. Lots of cars, lots of tracks. But yeah, as far as it's a perfect game for league stuff. It is. It is. Custom lobbies is where it's at with this game. The custom lobbies just give you so many options. But yes, you can do... Wow. You can do endurance races. These cars feel nice. Maybe not on this track, but... And look, if I wasn't talking and driving, if I was just concentrating, I'd probably be doing a bit better. Starting to remember the track. But yeah, 28 bucks Bile. Yeah, okay. You've already got it as part of the bundle. Took it for a spin along with like Race Room. Yeah, I had Race Room. Race Room was alright. I didn't mind Race Room, but I wasn't going to pay for content on Race Room. That was my thing with Race Room. I like games with content. I like to just buy a game and have a heap of cars and tracks. I don't like to buy individual. I know I was almost tempted to buy the Race Room pack, but yeah, I just... Low Fuel Motorsport does ranked for nearly all sims. Okay. Is it like an old man class for... I don't want to be racing against people that do this full time. Even Bile's too quick for us. Bile will be in our league, but out of our league, if that makes sense. This car is nice. Right, I love the steering. This feels good. Yeah, that first car, the first Janetta, I think it was the Cup car, that I didn't like it at all. And you know, that's a Project Cars thing. When you try and put in too many different cars, it's very hard to get them all feeling nice. Because this has got F1s, it's got stock cars. You saw the car list before. I think, you know, and that's why, you know, games like LMU, Assetto Corsa, ACC, like, they really only concentrate on a couple of cars, so it's easier to get the physics right when you've only got a couple of cars to deal with. With games like this and PMR, even Rennsport to a certain extent, they're trying to put lots of different cars in there, which I'd take more cars over physics any day. Like, these cars feel good. These feel good. This is kind of what I was hoping the PMR cars were going to feel like. The GT40. Oh, I still haven't driven the GT40 yet. Once Scooter's back, I will get on. I want to drive that GT40. But this is how I expect the GT40 to drive. A bit more like this. Just loose. But brakes when you want to brake. Yeah, I know a lot of people are liking the new DLC cars in PMR, but I couldn't get over the braking a kilometre early. They just tightened up the brakes just a little bit. You know, instead of braking at the 300 metre marker, brake at the 200 metre marker. That I could handle. But yeah, just the braking in them was very odd. And I get it. They, you know, a lot of them ran on old drum brakes, so they were shit under brakes. This feels good though. Like this, it's still got that old feel to it. Yeah, these feel nice to drive. So these are the sort of things I want to test. So if we do a lobby, and I fill it with AI, we're not putting them on 90% on this track. Starting to remember. Look, it's like any video game. You just gotta, the more you play it, the better you'll get at it. The more you play it, the more you'll get a feel for everything. And that's sort of all I'm doing at the moment. I just want to get a feel for things. And then I'll go back to PMR and completely lose the feel. But that's alright. But yeah, I reckon if I keep telling Razer to bring this to console, I reckon we can will this into existence. If we just keep mentioning AMS2 on console, we'll get it. I could say it there. This is the ultimate console racing game. It really is. Yeah, I'll see if I can turn that wheel off. Because this cockpit, I like this cockpit view. I don't want a cockpit view when I've got plenty of vision. But this cockpit view I would like, but yeah, just I can't handle seeing my wheel and my hands and then someone else's wheel and someone else's hands. It just doesn't, it reminds me of sitting in the back seat of my dad's car with a plate in my hands pretending I'm driving. I'm watching someone else drive the car. Do I have to do a full cool down lap, or can I just skip cool down lap? Here we go. We're learning things. Since you can race on PC, for the love of baby Jesus, please get AC Rally. Yeah. Not for your entertainment, but for ours. All right, I will probably do it. I have been meaning to get AC Rally. It will be quite funny watching me attempt to do a rally game. I will. I think it's like $30 at the moment too. I had AC Evo and AC Rally in my cart. I did. And then I thought, I'll just quickly give this a revisit. I don't want to become a PC gamer. These cars are fantastic. Now, I'm just sort of looking for cars that might make for some good online lobbies. Don't do Evo yet. Nah, well, that's... The only reason I was going to get Evo was just to have it before release. So then, you know, because I'm a tight ass, I can buy it for, you know, $50 or whatever it is. Because once they release it, it's going to be full price. All right, let's give this thing a try. Let's change track. Oh, I'm not going to Monaco. I need to do a track that I know. Caldwell Park. Nah, that's not the one I thought it was. Donington. Imola. And look at all the layouts we get too. Interlagos. So this is the one you were doing the other night, isn't it, Jamie? The old version. Only because AI need work. Yeah, I'm not... Look, I've got what's it called? Mortal Shell 2 coming up soon. Nürburgring. Oh, we do have the Nürburgring. I thought that was part of the DLC. That looks like a different layout. That's not the... That looks different. Or is that just me not racing on it for so long? Rattlesnake? Try Rattlesnake. Do we have the Red Bull Ring? Is that in here? Or is that a DLC? Look, let's do Kailami. I like Kailami. I want to try a few tracks that I know just to test cars for starters. Yeah, nothing worse than getting in a car that you haven't driven on a track that you haven't driven. Yeah, I want to at least get a feel for the car on a track that I know and then take it to the new tracks. But yeah, AC Rally. Look, I've been tempted to buy AC Rally just for the visual candy side of it. I'm not a rally guy. But for your viewing pleasure, we might do it. This thing does rev. How early are we going to have to brake? Listen to that wheel. Listen to that G29 at its finest. Sounds like a jackhammer. Oh, wow, it's loose. It's very loose. All right. Wow, very... The wheel's just rattling. Yeah, I had this problem with Rennsport. Some cars felt really good and others just the force feedback. Like, this is literally just... My wheel is rattling. Locked up very easily. Weight transfer in this car's alright. Right, this car... it does. It feels nice. It feels loose. Set car force feedback. Yeah, I need to do my force feedback per car. Oh, it doesn't turn. This feels alright. It feels weighty. Geez, the tyre screeches. It's got some tyre screeching going on this game. Bit of a frame stutter then. Oh, it's just sliding. Alright. This thing feels alright. It'll take a bit of getting used to, but it feels okay. Listen to that wheel rattle. Time for a new wheel. You need chat voiceover. You need chat voiceover. I do. Wait till you see me in rally. You'll piss yourself when you see me playing a rally game. You reckon this is bad? This car's a handful. Alright, we'll save that until we've got a few hours under our belt. Might not jump into that straight away. That'll take a good 10 laps to get a feel for. That'll take a while to get a feel for that car. I just want nice, easy cars to sort of ease our way into this game. Let's go by prototypes. Let's try some of these. I just want to have a feel for these. Oh, hang on. Let's go to Nissan. Let me have a quick feel of these. So how are you, Bile? Are you back this weekend? I'm away this weekend. I'm going up to Bundaberg for the weekend. So, and I'm waiting for this rain to clear so I can head out. That's how you take off like a pro. Alright. I blame the earlier car. The earlier cars, I just could not take off quickly. Alright, so this one there. This one will do some throttle control. Oh. Don't mind me. I'm a professional. Alright. I'm trying to read the chat and drive at the same time. Got to learn how to take off in this game. I don't think I've had one clean start yet. This car is ultra quiet. Oh, wow. Yeah, so the AI go, you know, I think I've still got them at 95%. They go from being super fast to super slow very quickly. This car's extremely quiet. Yeah, I reckon the audio's a bit off in this game. Because some cars just, like, I can't hear the car. Cannot hear this car at all. It should sound a bit more like that. So yeah, I dare say the audio's a bit broken. just with some cars. This thing feels very drivable. As I can't drive. Yeah, this thing does feel... This feels nice to drive. Geez, the AI are all over the place. All of a sudden, the AI is not working, the audio is not working. Been well. Hang on, let me get around this turn and I'll read that. Again, I can't find a view that I like. Been well, in town this weekend. Got a new headset, but not a dedicated gaming, so I need to set up an external mic. Alright, cool. Well, yeah, I'm heading off early Saturday morning, and then I won't be back until late Sunday. Yeah, I can't hear the car. I can't drive when I can't hear my car. What has happened? Let me just quickly exit out. This was a Project Cars 2 thing, where every now and then the audio would just completely drop out. You know, this game's been in development for 6 years. It shouldn't have issues like Project Cars did. But Project Cars was the king of issues. Let me just quickly go into my options. Let's go to audio. Master volume, menu volume. I had to turn the music off too. I got copyrighted for the music. Not that I earn money, but general car volume. I'm just going to see if we can re-trigger the sound just by exiting out and starting again. Because, yeah, this happened the other day. The first car that I was in was absolutely screaming its tits off. And then all of a sudden, the sound just disappeared. I think it was the bumper cam causing sound issues. It could be. I'll change my view again. Yeah, Project Cars 2 had lots of little bugs like that as well, where, yeah, audio would be in and out. The race that we never talk of. We can refuel. No, it's still very quiet. Doesn't matter which view I go in. Yeah, it doesn't matter which view. They're all the same. Yeah, I can't drive when I can't hear my car. All right, well, that car's off the list if we can't hear it. You wouldn't expect that from a game that's been around for this long. But, yeah, look, it's, you know, that's video games these days, isn't it? Yeah, this happened the other day too. There was as soon as I changed car, all of a sudden the sound just completely... Let's try a different car and see what happens. Is it just that car? Sounds okay on stream. Okay, maybe it's just... Yeah. No, it was very quiet to me. Could be, again, PC. Could be PC issues. It's console. Everything just works. Well, this one has traction control. So listen to the difference between this. This is what all the other cars were sounding like. So can you hear a difference on stream between this and that? Does this sound the same as the outside view? Because to me, I can barely hear it. Where this sounds like a completely different car. And then it goes all quiet when I change the view. No matter which view I do, these are all very quiet. Even this one, which is technically outside the car. And then that. This car feels nice too. Yeah, that car felt nice, but I couldn't hear it. I could not hear the car. And you watch, I'll go to the DTMs now, and the DTMs sound fantastic. Yeah. Let's go to DTMs. Where are they? They are. Go to this thing. Same track. Let's see what this sounds like. Yeah, there is a large difference between the volume. Yeah. Yeah, inside the car, it just went really quiet. And this happened yesterday as well. It was only certain cars. It was only, I think there was one car that did it yesterday, or the day, or whenever the last stream last. There was one car that did it. But there, again, that whole class. See, listen to that. That's... And no matter which view I go, we've got plenty of sound. Once I start to ream its tits off. So yeah, I reckon that whole class was bugged out. Definitely Project Cars 2 engine. These cars are good. These are just good fun race cars. I've always loved the DTMs, the British touring cars, the old Toka days. It's a bit loose. Yeah. Anyway, let's I know they're good. We'll definitely be racing in them. That's guaranteed. We will be racing in them. I don't like having that webcam going up my nose. I might put the webcam back up high. It shits me having it down there. It was more for your viewing pleasure than mine. In fact, I'm going to put it back up the top. I'm so used to looking up here for my webcam, not down there. All right. How does that look up there? That should be better. All right. What other cars? What other cars can we give a try? The old Camaro. That would be good on a nice little tight track. Let's just go through them all again. I like race cars. I do like my race cars. I know the Formula. Let's have a quick look at what, because I want to do some Formula cars. Gen 2, Gen 3. Let's give this a crack. Hopefully the audio works on these. Yeah, that webcam's much better up there. I know it looks like I've got the steering wheel on my lap, but who cares? I'm a professional sim racer. All right, let's just drive. Oh, I can't see. Again, I listened to that. And then that. What has happened to the audio? Audio is such a big part of games. And I can't hear it. Yeah, if I go to this view. And then all of a sudden it disappears again. Like, I can hear it, but it's just the volume. Is there a way of changing in-car volume? It's all over the place, the audio. Yeah, there is a large difference. Yeah, that... I don't want to have to keep adjusting my volume per car. That's starting to piss me off a little. That all of a sudden, some cars are really quiet when you change your view. Except for the chase cam, which I'm not driving in chase cam. Let's just try a different... Let's go to the Gen 1s. Never encountered this. Yeah, it's... You have to try it with these cars. Try it with, when you get home, try it with these cars and see if it does it. Because it only does it on certain cars. It's not all of them. And look, is there an update running in the background? Is it part of this update that I don't know. I don't play this game enough to know. No. No. Again, can't hear it. So that's how it should sound. And then all of a sudden it just goes quiet. I can't hear the car. Yeah, there's no sound. You're starting to see why I don't like PC gaming? Is it the game or is it the PC? I don't know. It's probably an audio driver or some bullshit. If it was a console, it'd just work. Consoles just work. Or is it the game? Yeah, give it a try tonight, Jamie. And especially those Formula cars. They're... Like, every other car's been fine. Let's try the V8. No, let's try these, the GT1s. Because I know this was too loud when I was racing this. The audio in this car was fine the other day when I played it. So let's see how this one sounds. The DTM was fine. This car was fine. It seems to be the open wheelers. It's only been the open wheelers so far, hasn't it? Oh no, I did that like the Group 1. See? Perfect. It's a game. The game's broken. Well, that's annoying because I was really looking forward to driving some F1s. But I can't drive them if I can't hear them. Sorry, cars. But these new cars, these are nice. I really need to spend some time on this game to get a feel for it. See, does that sound too loud now? Like, I literally have to turn my headset down because this car almost sounds too loud. Yeah, these are really nice to drive. Perfect now. Yeah. Yeah, this is how I set up. When I did my test stream, I set it up with this car this morning. And then all of a sudden, some of the other cars just had no sound at all. These things feel good to drive. They really do. These feel like those GT500s in PMR. That's exactly what these are. These feel like those GT500s. They lock up just as easy too. Anyway, yes, those cars are fantastic. I love those cars. And that's why I want to buy the Dodge, because the Dodge is in that class. Anyway, let's keep trying a few different cars. Find the ones that we like. So DTMs are good, the GT1s are good. GT3s, GT4s are, yeah, they're always easy. That stock car. The stock car was nice. That was a piece of shit. That was okay. Group C's, I'm not too... Let's give these a crack. Check out the tyres on it. Alright, let's give these a try. Actually, I'm not going to do the Porsche. Let's do one of the Corvettes. I'm not doing the convertible because the sand could be stuffed in the convertible. Let's go to... Oh, there's a Red Bull ring. Let's do it. Let's change our weather too. I'm sick of starting in the fog. Let's just start on some cloud. Let's see how this car sounds. There is a GT500 AMS2 mod. I did have a quick look at mods, but again, I can't be bothered with mods. I looked at it and I can't be bothered with mods. And again, if we're, like the only reason I want to do this is just to do some online racing. And then once you start to involve mods, you're going to have people that don't have them. And then I have to download the mods. I just want base game. I'm a console pleb. There we go. Listen to that. Listen to that. I stalled it. Oh, no, hang on. God, I've really got to learn how to take off in this game. Oh, again, the steering is heavy. Like, that is really good. That's what I love. You jump in an old car and all of a sudden the steering is heavy and it feels weighty. I'm already feeling the car moving all over the place compared to the earlier cars. Wow. The AI are almost as bad as me. Look at that. That's funny. Oh, yeah, see, this is sounding better. Alright, so these cars can definitely be on our rotation. Okay, these feel like the PMR old cars. Let's do a few laps. I want to do a few laps in this just to get a feel for it. Oh, that view's not bad. Apart from it not turning. Wow, no, this does feel like the PMR update. Oh, leave me alone, AI. It's just ramming me. Let's just restart that section. Let me get a bit of a feel. When you lobby these, I'll go up and pat the dog and cat. Yeah, they sound good. They feel good. They're very much like the new PMR DLC. They sound good. They feel good, but I don't think they're very enjoyable to drive for me. This is literally the GT Icons pack. This is exactly how they feel. Which they do. They feel good. They feel weighty. Brake about a kilometre early. Yeah, nah, they feel good. They drive nice, but I can't be fucked braking a kilometre before a corner. I want to race, not guide my car around the track. That's a me issue, those cars. I've driven old cars. I have no intention in going back and driving an old XY GT or an XA or some old piece of shit. I want to drive new cars that drive. I've driven old cars. I've moved on. Moved on with my life. I drive cars with ABS and traction control and all that shit these days. GT Open. The Ultima race car. They're just GT3s, aren't they? Traction control. GT, I've got to try these. I love these cars. Hopefully these are better than friggin' Rennsport. These were fucking terrible in Rennsport. Let's see how they go in here. I love these cars. Rennsport. I uninstalled Rennsport because of these cars. They were just shit. The Omega is just the Omega was perfect. That is exactly what you said, Jamian. It's the perfect balance between old and new. It looks like an old car, sounds like an old car, drives like a newer car, which is what just put some brakes in them. And that's where Gran Turismo is good. Gran Turismo, you can buy those old cars and drive them how they, out of the factory. Or you can put some mods on them. Oh, fuck, we've got no sound. Fuck's sake. Again, why can't anyone get these cars right? Rennsport couldn't get the feeling right. AMS2 can't get the sound right. Maybe it's just a bug in this update. Fuck's sake. I just want to hear the car. I want to hear that. Yeah, jump on later and... So here's a car for you to test out. See if you can hear this thing. It's just like it's when you change the view, the audio just... Yeah. How hard is it just to make a stable game these days? This thing's been out for 6 years. Outside view was too loud on stream though. Yeah, exactly. Like it sounded good outside. It was loud, and then you get in the car and there's nothing. That's why I came back and had another crack at this game. It was really good. And Rennsport was the same. I really enjoyed Rennsport the first time I played it. And then it just pissed me off more and more every time I played it. Is it the whole class? Let me try another car in that same class. Let's change the track as well. Let's see if it's a track thing. What track was I on just before? Kailami. Well, no, because... Look, I haven't had any issues at Bathurst yet. Everything I've raced at Bathurst has sounded good. Let's quickly try Bathurst and see if the sound's still stuffed here in a different car on a different track. That's just enough to piss me off just enough. Having the sound drop out. Let's see what these sound like. Nah, can't hear it. Can't hear it. Go to that view and I can hear it. There's no sound. Oh, this is frustrating. This is frustrating. This happened the other day too, so it's not a matter of restarting the game. Let me I'm going to try changing some audio settings. The cursor is hovering over the uninstall. It is. I did uninstall it 4 years ago. I can't remember. The reason was the wheel. The reason was that was the original reason I uninstalled this. I turned it on one day and I'd lost my wheel. I had nothing. The wheel had nothing. It took me 2 days. I had to uninstall all my drivers, install an old driver. Spent 2 days, and it was all because the driver the updated driver was a dud, so I had to go and find an old driver, reinstall it. PC. That's what I'm blaming. Can I reset these back to default? Let me turn my menu volume down. I've got to have the music at 0 because, they bloody copyright strike me. Player engine volumes. Let me just turn it down to 95. I'm just going to fuck around with some of these. General car volume. Let's get everything off 100% for starters, just in case. Collision volume, environmental. I don't need my environmental that loud. The wind, I definitely don't need the wind that loud. Reverb. What's reverbing? The game doesn't even know. It doesn't give you a description of what your reverb is. Wall reflections. So that's the sound bouncing off the walls, I'm guessing. I'm turning reverb down because reverb's never a good thing. Enable headphone mix off. That's my subwoofer volume. Let's crank that up. Sound detail. And then that's my monitor. It should be there. All right. That's all visual. Graphics and performance. Is there anything in here that has to do with audio? Motion blur. I did turn on motion blur just to see what it was like. Grass detail. Fucking grass detail. Ambient settings. Ambient, is it environmental? Let's turn that environmental down even more. Turn the wind down even more. Track surface volume. Tire volume. I don't like that. The tire volume was a bit too aggressive for me. Right. Let's see what happens. I might even do an online race. See if it does it in the online races as well, or is it just a single player thing? I probably should restart the game after changing all those settings. What's the time? Just as I was really enjoying this game, it goes and pisses me off. It knows I'm about to uninstall it, and it's stopping me. It's stopping me from uninstalling it. That was odd. Why was that still there in the background? Let's quickly update that. Actually, I could probably uninstall that because I'm about to pre-order it. Let me just check. There it is. Uninstall. No, I'm not uninstalling it. Let me just have a quick look in here. Updates. Just in case. Installed files. See, I don't understand all this shit. All right, it could have been that had a update queued. Let me just quickly exit out of that. I've got another idea. I do. Let me try something else. Verify files. You're speaking a different language. You're speaking a different language. This is where my patience with PC reaches its limit. If it doesn't just work, I'm not going looking for shit to make it work. Let's try again. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see whether you get the same issues, Jamie, and I just remember nah, because it's only some cars. If it was the whole game, fair enough. But the fact that it's only certain cars that do it, I'm blaming the game. I'm not blaming my systems or files or anything because it's only certain cars. I thought I was racing out to buy a PlayStation 5 so I can at least play one game against you, which would be GT7. Don't race out to buy a PlayStation just to play GT7 because I won't be getting back on GT7. My time with GT7 is done. Yeah, I don't think I'd go back to GT7. John was supposed to be GOG. Is there someone in the chat that I'm not seeing? All right, let's go again. Let's try again. And what I'm going to do... Nah, let's just... I'm going to give it one more try. God, yeah. Nah, GT7, look, yeah, GT7 is fantastic, but I'm done with it. I've moved on. I very rarely go back to games. And I think I'm showing you exactly why I very rarely go back to games, because once they piss me off... Nah, there's no sound. And then there is... Nah, I'm blaming the game. I'm blaming the game. Exit. You're heading that way. Yep. I had... This game had me. It had me by the balls, and it said, come get some. And now all of a sudden, it's let go. It's walked out of the room. I'm not even going to try the GT3s because I know they all would be fine because, you know, they're the games, the cars everybody works on. The GT3s will be fine. That looks like fun. Let's find a nice little tight track. Brands Hatch. I'm not doing Brands Hatch again. I just did it. That looks like a karting track. No idea what track that is. That looks like another karting track. So many tracks in here that I don't know, which is good. I know Donington. I want a nice. Let's go back to one of these. Maybe not that one. How long's that? 3 kilometers. Let's do this. Let's test this car out. I'm trying to chat on voice to text while driving, so it's not all coming out right. No, that's all right. That's all right. Yeah, Gran Turismo, don't buy Gran Turismo 7 just to race with me, because I was almost, I've been so tempted to re-download ACC, but again, I just, see, this sounds fine. So it is, it's just certain cars. It's just certain cars. And it just happens to be the cars I want to drive. See, already these feel good. Oh, it's almost restored faith in me again. We've got our sound back. See, these cars, these will be fun on a nice little tight track. And, you know, that was the whole purpose of this stream, was just to test out some different cars, different tracks. You know, I'm not racing in cars I can't bloody hear. Sorry, I don't know the track AI. You have to forgive me for my track knowledge at the moment. But yeah, it's interesting with the AI settings that I haven't changed the AI settings, and some tracks I could not even keep up with the back of the pack. And here's a car and a track that I've never raced in before. This would be a good race. I don't want to learn too many tracks. But then again, if we open up lobbies, we might have people that know the tracks. Yeah, that's, I like them. That's good. That's, yep. Little cars on little tracks are always a good combination for online racing. You get some nice close races when you do shit like that. So that's good. I like that. And I don't mind the minis. The minis are always a bit of fun. Did we try these? Were these the ones that were broken? Let's just quickly try them again. I want some fast cars as well as the shit heaps. That looks fun. There's that. That's definitely going in the roster. All the stock cars should be good. The V8s are good. All right, let's go back up to, I don't know if I did try these. Just change the track again. Interlagos. Let's do Interlagos. Okay, this one has ABS and traction control. So ABS and traction control in these faster cars are good. Just trying to find some fun cars that everyone will be not struggling in. No sound. Fuck's sake. Game? And like, I can turn it up in my headset. Like, that's not a problem, but But then it's going to sound like shit on stream. Because, yeah, can you even hear the car on stream? Or is it just very quiet compared to what we were just in? Let me go to that. Change the view. See, now that's probably too loud. Is that too loud on stream? And then we go back to that one. Yeah, to me, that's too quiet. Yeah, still quiet. Yeah, I don't want to be adjusting volume every time we change cars and tracks. It's the game. It's like, you know, some of them are perfect, and then all of a sudden you get cars like this. The sound's a mess. 6 years of development. Welcome to video games. Like, I love these sorts of cars on these tracks. I'd love to be able to do some of these races if we could hear the car. Like, feels... Like, every car feels good to drive. I'll give it that. Every car feels good to drive. Except the ones that don't. But the ones that don't are... They're a me issue than the cars. So that part of the game is perfect. Like, cars just feel good. Like, the old cars feel weighty. Yeah, the sound is really just letting it all down for me at the moment. Like, I've cranked up the volume in my headset and it sounds okay, but I don't want to have to do shit like that. I just want everything to work. See, and again, like the AI on this track in these cars, there's no way I'll be catching them without putting in 100 hours of practice. Keep forgetting I've got ABS. I'm still just feathering the brake. Yeah, alright. I can't drive when I can't hear. That's one of the most annoying things with racing games. Not being able to hear your car is very annoying. Alright. So it seems to be all of the fast cars, and I'm not even joking, every single, like, fast car, the Formula cars, that couldn't hear any of them. Let's try, I tried Gen 1, I tried Gen 3. Let's try, there was V8 ones in here, wasn't there? Let's try some of these. Let's try the Gen 2s. Do these have some sound? All of the slower cars seem to have sound. All of the GT classes have sound. But yeah, all your Group 1s and so far the open wheelers have been very quiet. It's still very quiet. Ready? Oh, it's not as bad. It's not as quiet. Oh, God, that view. Oh, God, these views. What am I doing? Let me start again. These actually aren't too bad. They're still quiet, but they're not as bad. They're not terrible. Oh, wow. I need to change my view. See, but that's what it should, you know, again, the volume isn't quite right. But it's better than some of the other ones. Wow, these actually feel pretty good. As in a handful. God, it's been a long time since I've raced an F1 style car. Oh, wow. Again, the brakes just lock up. Just half brake and they're locking up. Yeah. Literally giving it half brake and it's locking up. Feather the brake. Ready for the sound change? It's not as bad as some of the other cars. But it's nice to be, but I have not driven a Formula 1 car for many, many years. They are fun to drive. Geez, the brakes are so touchy. See, I'm literally touching the brake and it's locking up. Oh, that view. Oh, I can't drive in that view. I'd like to spend some time in these F1s. The steering wheel. I don't know if you can hear that through the mic, but it's fucked. Definitely see myself doing some races in these. Just got to learn to drive. Ah, the audio. The audio is really pissing me off. I must pour out a lot of cars that you're having problems with. I've never driven in this game. Yeah, see, it's probably, it is. It'll be all these different cars that we're trying. Which one was that? Let's try a... And that's, you know, when you've got that many cars in a game, it's going to be hard to make them all work. You know, you've only had 6 years to sort it out. Let's try a V10. Oh, I don't want to go to showroom. I want to change my livery. Don't like that livery. Don't like any of them, really. We'll make it look like a pretend Ferrari. Let's see if this one sounds any different. There's a good setting in car setup for force feedback. Yeah, I'll kind of find the cars that I want to drive in, and then I'll sort of play around with them individually. Like so far, I've got a few in there that I really enjoyed driving. I want an open wheel type car. God, hang on. Let's... So listen to the difference. And then in the car, they're just so quiet. Every view's exactly the same. And then you get that. They're just too quiet. It's just like you almost need to turn just the in-car volume up. But again, it's only doing it on certain cars. It's not all of them. It's all the open wheelers so far. What about the retro? I don't even want to try the retro formula. I know how they're going to drive. The hybrids, they're going to have no sound at all, are they? Are they the new ones? Are they like the electric things? The vintage formula. $500. How do they compare to a GT3? A little bit less horsepower. It's a mid-engine. Oh, fuck mid-engine. I don't like mid-engines. GT4, Gen 1 GT3s. Look, I haven't driven one yet. Let's see what they're like. Surely the sound on these will be fine. There's a good setting, yeah. Surely the sound on these will be fine. Yeah, every open wheeler, the sound was off. Yep, perfect. As it should be. Geez, they really bogged down. Now, where's my traction? There it is. Let's turn traction control down to 3, 2. That's a roof cam. I don't... Hang on. Let me get my camera sorted. I don't like that camera either. I normally like this one. Let's just quickly start again. Let's do a proper race. Yeah, I don't like that view. Let's see what the AI at 95% is like against the GT3s. It's still a little bit quiet. But yeah, they're fine. Shit, they're slow into that turn. But yeah, these drivers, they should. Easy. Just need to learn how to drive. Get used to having ABS again and just lock it up. I get where console players are fed up with PMR 9th thing. Oh. But maybe it's taken 20 years to get Gran Turismo. Nah, Gran Turismo was where it was day one. Day one, the original Gran Turismo was That was the game changer. Gran Turismo was the game changer. Gran Turismo 1. Yeah, they knew what they wanted to do, and they did it. Gran Turismo had a plan. He knew exactly what he wanted to do, and every Gran Turismo's been good. Well, they've all been good. Some of them have had a few hiccups along the way. But yeah, the original Gran Turismo is still the best-selling game on PlayStation. And that not just the best racing game, the best-selling game on the original PlayStation. Like, that's how big Gran Turismo was back in the day. It was the biggest-selling game in an entire generation. Outsold everything. And that's, you know, that's massive for a racing game to do that. So yeah, Gran Turismo had their shit sorted very early. Yeah, GT Sport was the one that got me into sim racing. Same, GT Sport was the one that made me buy a wheel. I bought my wheel because of GT Sport. GT Sport was the one that got me into online racing. Got me out of the single player modes and into online racing. As it did with a lot of people, GT Sport was the introduction to sim racing and online racing for a lot of people. Yeah, look, I miss lots of things, Jamie, and I miss lots of things. Yeah, GT Sport was a game changer. That really was. The way it did the whole rating systems, online racing, that GT Sport turned a lot of console players into sim racers. Didn't turn me though. I'm not turning to the sim side. I like too many games. I like too many other games to spend all my time playing sims. See, GT3s, you can literally just go into autopilot mode. That's what I like about racing GT3. And that's why all the streamers race these cars. Streamers race these because they're easy to drive and you can concentrate. R Factor got me. G'day, Tomatone. Oh, hang on. I can't read. What is it? Tom Tabone? How are ya? R Factor, yeah, R Factor. That was another one of the early ones. Oh, wow. AI were having fun back there. But the game that got me into racing games was Virtua Racing back in the arcade days. Virtua Racing, the Sega Virtua Racing, that was the game that got me into racing games. That was a simulator back in the day, back in the arcade. Arcade was our original simulator. And then Daytona, I spent hundreds of dollars on Daytona. That was my first experience. Like, you know, back before we had streamers, we used to have people go into arcades and pull crowds. We used to get crowds in there watching us. There was me and this other guy. And we were always on the leaderboards of Daytona. So he'd top the leaderboard, then I'd top the leaderboard, and we were just playing seesaw backwards and forwards. And then the host of Time Zone, he invited us both along and paid for us to race, and we did a best of 3. And we had crowds watching us playing Daytona back in the day. So you could say I was a streamer before streaming was even a thing. So yeah, that was my Daytona and Virtual Racing were my introduction to racing games. And then Toka took it to a new level. The Toka racing games, I remember, it must have been around the time of Toka 2. I remember Toka 2 coming out and thinking, they're never going to make a better racing game than Toka 2. This is the best thing I've ever seen. And then Gran Turismo came on the scene, and it was like, wow. Daytona, yep. Do you know how close I was to buying a Daytona machine, Bile? I was so close to buying a Daytona arcade machine. Like, seriously. I had a mate that bought one. He had it. He had like a miniature arcade in his garage. He had one. I was very jealous. He had the twin machine. Yeah, Daytona. Geez, that was a game. It still is. They remastered it recently on PlayStation 3. I've got Daytona on PS3. Should do a retro day one day. NASCAR 2003 in all its touring car mods, V8s. Yeah. It was around the 2000s was when everything sort of started to take off. So yeah, Gran Turismo was the start of it. Getting that realistic... what do they call Gran Turismo? The real driving simulator? And then I remember Sega made another one, the Ferrari 355 Challenge. I remember the Ferrari 355 Challenge on Sega. That was the first true sim. That was the first one where they actually used to teach people how to drive on that Ferrari 355. I remember trying that and thought that was just impossible. I could not race that thing. But yeah, Gran Turismo Sport, that was made me buy my wheel. Charlie Roscoe talked me into buying a G29. He did his first video I ever saw of Charlie's was his controller versus wheel. And yes, he talked me into my G29, and here we are 8 years later, and I've still got it. All right. So the GT3s, yeah, look, GT3s are just easy and reliable. NASCAR 2003 was great. I don't think anything has matched the AI. That's hard to believe in 2026. Yeah, look, sim racing hasn't come a long way especially since Gran Turismo Sport. We have not come a long way. And that's why, give credit where it's due. PMR and Rennsport are at least trying crossplay. Like, that's the next evolution. Like, all sims are doing it. Like, Assetto Corsa, everyone still says Assetto Corsa is the best. How old's that? It's time to step up a bit. I reckon my next big thing is going to be pit crew chat. I mentioned it, I think it was one of the PMR devs. The next step in sim racing is you talk into your microphone and you tell your pit crew, I've got understeer, I've got oversteer. I'm coming into pit, can you put this much fuel? Rather than going into options and all that bullshit. Sim racing needs to step up a level. They've been static since the Gran Turismo Sport days, where all they're really doing is making you buy more cars, making you buy more tracks. It's time for something new. Crossplay is the first step. Crossplay is the first step of actually being different in the sim world. The next is going to be voice chat, and that will come. That now that we have all this AI running the world, that will be the next big step. And the first ones to do it will probably get shit hung on them because, now you can't set up your own car anymore. You just tell the car, you tell your pit crew what to do. Well, give me that any day. I would love to be halfway around a track and tell the pit crew, the car's feeling loose, I've got a lot of understeer, and then they will do the adjustments on the fly. That's already on PC, has been for a number of years. The crew chief. Yeah, see, I'm console world, Jamie, and I'm not talking about PCs, I'm talking about console world. But yeah, that would be a good thing to, and not a mod. I'm talking actually put it in game. That's, the mods are doing more work than half these developers these days. And don't get me started on PMR. PMR built a game so the mods could make it better for them. Anyway, I'm talking shit, so let me quickly go into another car. What's another good car that we can try, Jamie? And the stock cars were good from memory. Let me give the stock cars a quick crack. I don't like talking shit because I do talk shit. I don't know anything. And sometimes I pretend I do. All right, we've got it. We've got to go to. We've got to go here. I think you'll be screwed there. Well, at least the oval NASCAR 2003. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. There's the Tom Tabone. The NASCAR Oval 2003 AL was great. I got away with that, and I like road racing now. And that's it. We all sort of step into the sim racing from somewhere. But yeah, for me, it was Gran Turismo Sport. That was the one that got me into. It got me off single player, and it got me into racing online. Oh yeah, this already feels nice. Oh wow. I know I don't remember the track, but I don't remember braking that early. Oh shit, it's how long has it been since I've driven on this track? I like revisiting some of these old tracks. Yeah, how are we going to go around the hairpins? It's going to test out our steering. God, I remember back in the Gran Turismo days, this is where you had to have a setup just so you could get around these hairpins. Yeah, that's not bad. Oh, wow. I'll blame someone for clipping me. You know what? I am going to restart. I need to do a few sessions on this. I've got to do a few laps on this track. There was always going to be some prickly moments and points of concentration where PC and console guys cross paths. Oh, exactly. It is. There's always going to be the us versus them. But we all have one thing in common. We all like racing games. Now, I'm going to start at the start because I am a noob. Yeah, I don't like the us versus them thing. Where? Ah, there we go. Play at last. I don't want to go random. I want to start in first. Because if I was going to qualify, that's exactly where I would be starting. But yeah, we really do need more cross-play sims. And, you know, I think if PMR and Rensport have shown anything, it's hard. It's hard to do. And that's probably why a lot of them haven't been game enough to do it. Yeah, you know, grow some balls and try something different. Stop just doing the same thing over and over. Don't just please your crowd. Go and please a new crowd. Get new people in. Like Gran Turismo Sport brought in a lot of people in. And nothing's changed since then. Everyone does their thing and sticks to their thing. At least PMR and Rensport are pushing the envelope. Pushing it up their asses. They're trying. They're trying. Because, you know, I've got Bile sitting here that would love to play with us. But I've told him not to get PMR. Oh, wow, yep. That's a hairpin. This is exactly how I remember it. Oh, shit. I was too busy looking at not the road. That's all right. I need cars to follow. Oh, wow. Are they just going to stop? So this car feels nice. Again, very loose. Which is good. Oh, that AI just took me out. God, remember F1 drivers driving around this track? The shit track, I really... It's a nice nostalgia trip. I hate driving around this track. I don't like city tracks. It's too easy to die. See? Wow. I need to spend a bit of time on this track to remember braking points and all that sort of stuff. I think when you don't quali, the AI takes a bit getting working properly. Yeah, I think so. Anyway, I'm going to do a few laps. Let me get a feel for this track again without talking too much. But this car feels alright around this track. Wow. It loses traction easy. This car's fun to drive. It takes a bit of control. It takes a bit of brain power. You can't just... After coming off the GT3s where I could just cruise around and read chat, I could actually have some throttle and brake control. This feels good. This car feels nice. The way the RSM just steps out. Again, brakes are just very touchy. This is one of the first cars I drove, and yeah, the brakes in this car, again, I'm having that same issue where I'm feathering the brake and it's locking up. But that's just time. Just spend time in these games and you'll work out what's happening. Especially on this track. New crew chief's insane. Oh, I'm trying to... yeah, this is impossible to read chat on this track. This... no, I can't not concentrate on that. But those cars felt okay. Crew chief's insane. Talk to him. He makes pit changes prior to pitting. Ask any detail about fuel and... Yeah, see, that'd be good. That would be good. Yeah, I'm sure it's on the PC. Oh, hang on. Let me just quickly check messages. Take my glasses off to read. Hmm. Sorry, don't mind me. Yeah, it was good to be back at Monaco. Monaco is a fun track. A hard track, but a fun track. All right, now, what other cars can we try? They were good. They were, yeah, again, they'll be sort of the next step up from the easy cars. Let's try a street car. I know the V8s are good. Karts. I'm sure, did I see a Corolla? Mid-engine. Let's give it a quick go. Oh, that's basically a stock car. That's just sort of what I drove. Did I see some... I saw some Mitsubishi Lancers in here somewhere, didn't I? Street cars. I'm sure I saw some Lancers in here somewhere. I want to give them a try. They might be good around that track. Wasn't hot cars? There they are. What's the difference between those two? 6-speed, 5-speed. That one's got more horsepower. And it's a 6-speed. Let's do that one. Let's select a livery. We've got to go for the classic Lancer livery. We'll change track again. Let's just try another track. Let me have a look at some of these tracks. These will be good. Oh, don't like the look at that one. This track looks alright. Let's give this a try. Let's give this track a try. How long have we been going for? 2.5 hours. No wonder I'm feeling sore already. I'll wind it up soon. I just want to, try out a few more cars and a few more tracks, and then I'll jump on it at night time. This car sounds good. Wow. How do you take off in this game? We've got traction control. Oh, hang on. Let me get my car set up a bit. Let's just restart now. Let's turn our traction control down to 2 for our launch. Ah, that's better. Okay, don't know this track. Yeah, I know the track. Oh, wow. I need to learn the track before I start racing on it. So, see, this car sounds fine as well. Let me get my view sorted out. Let me, bear with me, I'm playing. I'm playing. Where's it gone? Where's my game gone? Let's see if I can turn off that steering wheel in my settings. What's it going to be under? Movement, field of view. I don't want to mess with any of them. Show helmet. Let's turn that to no. Helmet leaning, show helmet. Do we know where the steering wheel option is? That's all just movement. Back. Gameplay, visual, camera. Display. Track map. Oh, there it is. Cockpit wheel, driver. Animated wheel, off. Save. Got him. Got him. Stop looking. Alright. Let's go back to this track. This game has so many tracks that I would like to try and learn. I don't know if I have time to learn them, but it'd be good to set up some online races where none of us know the tracks. That's always, that was the good thing about when Gran Turismo Sport first came along. We were all learning the game together. The problem with this, it's been out for that long. A lot of people that you race online are going to know the tracks. So that's why if it comes out on console, how do I change? Here it is. There's another way of doing it. Can I do it in car? Cockpit. There we go. Seat forward. That's what I want. Come up a little bit. What does that do? Horizon angle. It's not changing. It's not changing. Okay, none of them are changing. Oh, they're mirrors, dickhead. Seat down. Seat up. Now I'm too far forward. Let's just go back a little bit. Alright, that looks good. So that views, that's better. I can see more road than car. See, now my sensor speed's gone. I've got no sense. It feels like I'm doing 5 kilometers an hour. That one's a bit better. See, that's the sensor speed is so much better in this view. The cockpit views, yeah, I don't know. Just, I could probably play around with field of views and all that shit, but so you go in that view and it feels like everything's in slow motion. Yeah, that's all just a field of view thing. No, stick. Oh, wow, that's a tight corner. But yeah, this would be a fun combo. This is what I like. The little cars on little tracks. Little tight tracks. This car feels alright. LMU 1400, 900-ish on AMS2. So there's 900 players. Is that what it is? 900 players on this at the moment? Okay, I broke a bit late there. I need to spend some time learning this track. And how many on PMR? Is there 5 or 6 on PMR? Alright, I need to learn that track in my own time. PMR has 32. Oh, it's not far off. Only like 868. It's close. Close to AMS2. 800 players. PMR will come good. Give it time. It just needs some time. Now that Aris is on board, he will pull in people. That just needs more time. Well, look at this guy. This game's 6 years old and the audio's fucked. So at least PMR's got their audio right. Imola, I haven't done Imola. so many tracks in here. Is that Suzuka? Oh, wow. Okay. I'm gonna put up with shitty sound. I've got Suzuka. Gen 3 V8. I've got to do this. I didn't know we had Suzuka in here. Wow. Yeah, 6-year PMR. Yeah, look, that is a realistic. Like, look at this game. This game's been out for 6 years, and it's still got issues, as you've seen from tonight. The audio is a bit buggy, but at least all the cars feel nice in this. Like, they all, yeah, sure, some of them handle like shit, but that's just because of the car. Oh, where's a view? Got a great big dick in my face. All right, I've got to start again. I got to get my view sorted out. At least a number 12 to 18 months. Yeah, it is going to take a while because I think their next update, apparently their next update is going to have a join in progress. So once they get a join in progress, that will help the game. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm definitely going too slow. That's right. These cars just stick like shit to a blanket, don't they? Oh, wow. It's good to be back at Suzuka. Wow. Yeah, I need to do a few hot laps without any AI to disturb me. Actually, yeah, fuck it. Let's do it. I really want to play some F1s at Suzuka. Sounds yeah, these sound a little bit better. Still quiet, but not terrible like before. I'm just going to do a couple of quick hot laps at Suzuka just because I need to. So what I'll do, let's turn our opponent's skill level down to 80. And let's turn their aggression down to low. I am just going to do some hot lapping. I just want to get a feel for the F1 cars again. It's been too long. It's been Gran Turismo Sport days since I played F1s at Suzuka. That was the last time I remember driving F1 style cars around Suzuka. It was Gran Turismo Sport days. So I'm going to relive some of those old days and do some hot laps. Get a feel for the cars again. Love Suzuka. I'm practicing iRacing GT3 at Suzuka. Oh, I've learned to take off. Yeah, Suzuka is one of my favourite tracks. I love Suzuka. There we go. Especially in the faster cars. Yeah, I wouldn't want to do it in the slower cars. Let me learn how to actually take off in this game. There was never a murmur at all about Suzuka being listed as sensible, but PMR, wow. Yeah, and that's the thing, when you don't have licensed games, a lot of people, like, I'll look through the track list, I would not have known that Suzuka was in here, Suzuka. Because it's runs under a different name. Come on, AI, I dumbed you down, just let me do some hot laps. But yeah, this track is just, love it. It's going to take a few laps to find some pace. Oh, wow. Good catch. Again, it locks up very easy. It's one issue I've always had with this game is braking. I am literally touching my brake and it's locking up. Love Suzuka. I'm practicing iRacing GT3 at Suzuka for Enduro later in the year with Giz. Yeah, nice. Are you going to stream that, Bile? Do you and Giz still stream anything? I'd like to watch that. I raced with a guy that was 70 and he was really fast. It's probably me. I cannot take off yet. It's good learning learning old games. Learning how to drive different games. When the AI doesn't shit you. I raced with a guy that was 70. He was really fast, so I still have hope. Yeah, look, there's always hope for us. Exactly. I did the Suzuka 8 hours a couple of years ago. Bathurst 12 hour. Yeah, see, I couldn't do it. I'm struggling now, and we've been going for nearly 3. I can't do long stints, so my neck and shoulders are fucked. Old war injuries, old sporting injuries. I can't do long stints. Especially in the same, like, non-stop. Alright, let's get a feel for this car. Oh, wow. Didn't want to turn there. How loose is it going to be? Hard to feel traction in F1s. Once you lose it, that's it, you're done. Like that. Yeah, wow. God. This is going to take a fair bit of practice to get back. What is the car doing? What the fuck is this car doing? Look how much I'm touching my accelerator. I can't get off the grass. I remember these things having lots of grip, not little amounts of grip. I think those 8 years since I've played F1 on Gran Turismo have caught up with me. The reflexes just aren't there anymore. I can't It's all happening too fast for me. There's too many frames being thrown at me. I need to slow it down to 30 frames a second. It's all happening too fast. My eyes aren't keeping up with the frames. Wow. Yeah, that's going to take... That is going to take a bit of practice. I think my F1 days are well and truly over. I'd need to spend a good hour doing hot laps just to stay on track. All right, I'm going to finish up. That's long enough. Went full stroll. Yep. Yeah, F1. It's as you get older, your reflex, everything slows down. So I don't want to be going in cars that are too fast for me. That was fun. That was fun. There's some good cars in there. Actually, you know what? Let's finish it off with an online race. Let's just quickly, let's do an online race. I'm going to create a lobby. I'm not going to do Formula 1 because I want to get my rating up a little bit. So what's going to be a nice, easy track? Imola's a nice, easy track for online. What cars? Let's go with these because these are good. These are new cars, so people will probably drive them. I'm going to grab the Celine because that was nice. Oh, actually, no, I'm not because that's a mid-engine. No, that's... Hey? Mid-rear wheel drive. Mid-front. Mid-rear. No, we'll stick with that. I've done a few laps in this. AI, yeah. Human opponents. I'll turn it up to 12, just in case we get 12. I'm going to turn the grid size down a bit. Turn that down to 25. Save. Penalties. All right, let's finish with one very quick online race. 10-minute quali. And 5 laps. Yep, that'll do. See if we get anyone joining progress here. I'm getting pretty bloody sore. Yeah, F1 just not my thing, nor is the hypers. Yeah, look, I used to love them. I used to love the F1s and the faster cars, but yeah, I think I'm past it. I think I'm getting too old. I can't keep up. It used to be fun when I was younger. But yeah. Oh yeah, you just lose reflexes. That's all. That's the nature of the beast. My reflexes run at about 300 ping. So yeah, my reaction times aren't what they used to be. All right, let's get some SR and DR and stuff. So yeah, I saw Jamie did send me a thing about the SR and the DR. Now, is this car very loud or is it okay? Can you still hear me all right? How's the audio levels? Oh, that's right. Cold brakes, cold tyres. Cold brakes, cold tyres. I forgot all about that stuff. We're doing a real race. But yeah, how's the audio level? The car sounds very loud to me. Well, that's it because I think I turned my mic up for the other cars. Wow. Tyres are very cold. I forgot how cold these tyres get. That's why we keep racing to your reflexes. Exactly. That's why. Like these days, GT3s are kind of... Well, probably... look, GT3s are too easy. I think GT3s are too easy. The GT1s are I love the GT1 class, the GTE class. Yeah, GT1s is probably my limit. I don't mind the LMDHs, they're not too bad, but F1, just... Wow. Okay, let me concentrate for a bit until these tyres warm up. And that's why, you know, the main reason I was streaming to start with was to get Mojo and Bile and a few of us more mature players to get the bug back and start doing some races. And we've found Jamie along the way, who's a more mature racer. I'm not going to use that word old. So yeah, if you're interested in doing some nice old slow races, Jamie streams a fair bit. So it's sort of... We alternate a bit between me and Jamie, and yeah, we're sort of not the slowest people on the planet, but definitely not the fastest. And yeah, I'm finding it hard to get motivated with PMR at the moment without a safety rating. Because to me, a safety rating it's a must-have in a racing game. Like, because then eventually you can set a safety rating so you're not going to get people that are just complete dicks out to destroy everyone's race. You're going to get people that are at least trying to drive safely. And I get accidents happen. But at least with a safety rating, you know, people have to drive cleanly just to get their safety rating up. Where PMR at the moment, try doing a ranked race in PMR and it's an absolute shit show. People just have no concept of clean driving. Everyone wants to win. Wow, this car is very slippery. I never stream up against the old man. Yeah, I try, and if I see that if you've got one planned, I won't do one. Yeah, these days I've been doing early ones because the weather's been shit. I'm normally out and about at this time of the day, but the weather's been a bit shit. I would much rather stream of a night time when most of the Aussies are on. Yeah, the rating in this is good. It's like they picked all the good things out of Project Cars and put them into this. They took a few of the bad things as well, but yeah, a lot of what's in this is from the old Project Cars. I love the Project Cars online system was good. That's what I did like. The handling, not so much, but everything else about it, the setting up lobbies, setting up races, dynamic weather, all the little things I like. Physics, I couldn't give two stuffs about physics. As long as it's not terrible. It's racing for points only at all costs. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and look, don't get me wrong, I still get white line fever. That'll never leave me. That's the old sports person coming out. It's definitely some white line fever. I'm just going to give people a race. But yeah, try and keep it clean. That's the main thing. Which gets harder every year. Every year, clean races become harder and harder. Alright, let's do a lap. I think I've dumbed down the AI a fair bit, so even that shitty lap might get me sort of up there. Oh, wow. Gotta concentrate again. What I like about these cars, you do have to concentrate. Way earlier than I needed to. I'm just get a banker in. Very loose. It just feels like I'm just going to spin it at any stage. It does feel a bit like driving on ice, I'm not going to lie. It does feel a bit icy. I'm well off the pace. No, I'm not. Oh, I'm way out in front. Okay, that's... I don't know what I had the AI set to, but... That's way out in. Alright, now, do we have any real people join in? Let's have a quick look. No. So yeah, I think this will increase my safety rating, but probably not my driver rating. I think from memory, Jamie was saying that you have to race against faster people to earn points. That's kind of how it works. So because I'm racing against AI that are dumbed down to 90% or whatever, 85%, I'm probably not going to get a lot of points, but it still counts towards my safety rating. So as long as I can drive safe against the AI, my safety rating should go up, that's all I'm working on at the moment, trying to get my safety rating up. But yeah, I do like this join in progress. That will definitely help PMR. PMR needs all the help it can get. Are you using default plus? Yes, I am using... Oh, I'm pretty sure I was. I think it was the default plus force feedback. I set this up again, the force feedback. Whatever it came with back when the game first released, I haven't changed it much from when I first got the game. Now, I don't think we can change anything. I'm just going to change that to soft. Soft slicks. 8 laps? How many laps am I doing? I'm sure it's set to 5 laps. Front down. I'm just going to... There's my back downforce. I'm going to crank up my back downforce. The RSN was just a bit loose. Force feedback was fine. Steering lock. Oh, that's... Yeah. Mine's set at base rating for years. Yeah, yeah. I wonder if... Okay, that's the good one. The default plus is the good one. Yeah, well, I think you saw my record the other day. I think I've done 10 races and 3 online. So I do want to do some more online racing in this game. Get that safety rating up a bit. But yeah, I don't think they have any official races in this, do they? They don't have any, like, official type races. But I don't care. I don't care about official races. I just want to race with people. I want to race with people and have a fun couple of races. I'm not into, and that's what's turning me off LMU. LMU, apart from only having GT3s and LM whatever, it's only got a couple of car classes. That's for the sweat lords. LMU's for the sweat lord. I'm not a sweat lord. I don't race for points and shit. I just want to race for fun. I want to have lots of cars, lots of tracks, crack the shits with half of them, and enjoy the other half. Where's pitch strategies? We don't need pitch strategies. What did I do? Did I? There we go. Ready. That's a better start. Yeah, cold brakes. But yeah, I'm a very simple person. I like the small things, like the weather. Being able to start in the fog and then have the sun come out. Watch a sunset while I'm racing. And that's the sort of shit that I like. I don't care about physics. Force feedback I do. I do enjoy my force feedback, and this game feels good. I grew up playing Gran Turismo. Physics isn't a thing that I'm too concerned with. Even though it's classed as the real driving simulator. Just let's get in some clean. Oh wow. It's very slippery, this car. Very slippery. See, that's the Project Cars coming in. I remember Project Cars, you could only accelerate once the car was straight. If you're turning even the slightest, accelerate through a turn and the car's just spinning out. That was a very, very Project Carsy thing. Don't just put the power down, especially for cars that don't have traction control, that is. It's about the only thing I've noticed similar to Project Cars. But now that we're coming up to temp, it's feeling better. Now let me just concentrate for a little bit. Try and get a little bit of a lead on them. Did any real people make it? Doesn't look like it. It's just AI. That's alright, just safety rating. It's all about safety rating at the moment. Yeah, just can't get the power down through there. Alright, we've got a bit of that. You should see LFM lobbies in the multiplayer screen. LFM? Or LMU. Yeah, I had a look at Twitch yesterday. I jumped on Twitch last night for a second. And just to see what was going on. And on Twitch, I think there was like 700 people streaming LMU. There was no one streaming PMR. There was a couple of hundred on Gran Turismo 7. But yeah, LMU and iRacing on Twitch. Those two just dominate. Everyone on Twitch streams those games. Is that a knock at the door? I think there's someone knocking at my door. I'm not expecting anything today. I'm in an online race. See what happens when I start to talk? The AI start to catch up. There is. There's someone knocking at the door. Oh. How many? 2 more laps. Lead when I've finished. Good idea. This is nice to drive though. These do feel good. Definitely not easy. But nice. Oh, locked up. This is my biggest weakness is I can have a nice comfortable lead, but then I'll still push it like a dickhead and try and go faster and then lose it. Just stay on the road. Again, being a dickhead, trying to go faster. Trying to drive beyond my ability. Shit, it's only 2 o'clock. Alright. I will wind it up there. It was fun. It was fun just to get back on and test out some cars, test out some tracks. Yeah. All right. We'll have a quick look at how our points went. Now, can I actually finish the race? No, I do have to wait for it to do its thing. So thanks to everyone who did pop in. Yeah, I'll probably do some more PMR. Where did it go? Not PMR. What's this game called? AMS. Because I am enjoying it. It's fun. It is fun to drive. So I will probably do some more. Return to lobby. I use my mouse, don't I? Let's see what sort of points we did get just for getting a clean race in. Yeah, the sound issues were a bit annoying. We'll just have to stay away from the cars that have no sound to them. Like I said, I can turn up my headset if I need to, but yeah, I don't want to do that. Back. Yes. All right. E1520, it didn't change. It didn't change. Probably because I only raced AI. Okay, so maybe racing just AI isn't going to affect anything. Well, hang on. I've gone from F to E. So it did go up because I was on F last night or the other day. So I've gone from F to E. I'm no longer flunking. I've graduated from an F to an E. So the number's still the same. So that's right. The number is your driver rating, I think. So the E is your safety, and the number, because yeah, everyone starts at 1500. If you drive like a dickhead, you drop down, and if you drive better, you go up. So that didn't change because I didn't race anyone higher than me. So if you race against people ranked higher, your number will go up. The safety rating is purely from driving safety. It's been too long, but yeah, I think I've worked it out. So there's my record. God, half of those starts I just did today too. 57 starts, I completed 7. Yeah. Where's my online? So I've started 4 times, completed 4 times, finished 4 times. So that's it. I don't care about the offline. The offline is just practice. 4 online races, 4 poles, 2 fastest laps. Yeah, whatever. There's the wins over there. Very early days. So I do plan to play a bit more of this, get some rating up, get some open lobbies. So keep an eye out. Yeah, Jamie and myself are both on AMS. Bile has AMS. So maybe we'll get Bile in a stream one night as well and just have some fun online races. We'll just set them up. Some nice, quick, easy online races. Nothing too serious, just to jump on, have a chat, and have some fun. All right, I'm going to end the stream there. 3 hours is way past my use by. All right, thanks everyone, and I will see you all at some stage. All right, see ya. Bye-bye.